Hello, task 40 now. You're back again for the excitement here. Right. Displaying the name and number of cities of every country in Europe, Asia, or Africa with more than 50 cities. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I want to just display every city, so I'm certainly going to need the city, or rather, I want to. Sorry, no, I don't want to display. I want to gather every city. But I only want it where it is in one of those. So where the continent is Europe or blah blah blah. Okay. It can be useful sometimes when you're doing these, by the way. Oops. I don't even know. How am I doing that? How am I doing that? Let's pretend that's not happening because I don't even know what's happening. It can be useful just to forget even about the tables in the database. I think just another approach. All the data's linked together, so you initially don't worry about how it's linked. Remember, the linked tables idea is just a more efficient way of organizing the data. That's all it is. So you can just imagine that for every city, you know everything about it. All the fields that are in the database, you know that as relates to that city. Same with every country and every continent and so on. So maybe it's helpful to forget about the tables sometimes when you're trying to come up with your query. So I just want to get the ones where they're in Europe, Asia, or Africa. And it's number of cities of every country. So I'm going to group the cities based on the country they're in. In fact, it's called, it's name, isn't it? And then, so I'll have like all the cities, in United Kingdom, all the cities in Spain and so on. And then I want to make sure that the number of cities is more than 50. So I'm going to use an aggregate function. I'm going to count. So for each group, the aggregate functions, remember the way aggregate functions are going to work? They're going to be applied to each group where we've grouped things rather than everything. So I want to count for each group how many rows there are, how many cities in other words. And I want to check that it's more than 50, and I only want to include groups that have more than 50 results, more than 50 rows. That looks promising. I'm going to need country here, of course. So so just what I was saying earlier. Maybe that confuses matters. You couldn't forget about that till the end, perhaps. Right. It's going to be in descending order of the number of cities. So the count of the rows, descending order, and what are we displaying? The name and number of cities. So it's the country name. I'm just putting that in because I think there's probably like city. There's a name field in the city table, a name field in the country table. So we do need to remove the ambiguity there. Country.name and count. I mean, with probably a decent alias. I think that's right. Let's have a look. Right. Name, count number of cities. All good, all good. Using in, of course, I keep forgetting to use these advanced higher logical operators, but that's just a different approach to doing OR. And our equijoin, of course. These are the sort of mistakes I make all the time. Maybe you're far better than me, but when I actually go to implement it, I forget to put the equijoin in. That's the sort of stupid thing you do where you've got the basic idea and you mess it up. It makes more sense. Again, like I did in the previous one, just country code, because that actually is the primary key. So I think name or code will work there. And then checking the count. Yeah, okay. Let's check that it works. Probably won't. But I think it does. China at the top, that seems likely. Yeah, seems pretty good. I'm happy with that. Hope that helped some of you. See ya.